Luigi at the desk with the flying purple baseball beaters. 2011 World Series champions. I don't know why I was looking at my farm system, I just was. This is the Mainline Club. We won the World Series last year. Look at that win streak. That's how we got there. We finished on a hot note. And if you missed last week, whew, okay, go watch the replay then. Because in the Division Series, Byron Embry gives up a walk-off grand slam to Brian Shipp. The Rockies blew a 7-0 lead, lose 9-7 in Game 4. And then in the craziest Game 5 of all time, the Pirates go up 7-0, we fight back. The Pirates go up 11-7, eventually 12-9, we fight back and walk it off. John Doe, thank you for the follow. And from there, we were off to the races. Off to the championship series, we beat the Florida Marlins, who have now rebranded as the Miami Marlins. That just happened. Mike Leake pitching his heart out, leading the shutout effort. And Brian Scott bringing the vintage, slamming the door in Game 7. Russell Martin winning Series MVP. Man, what a postseason he had. And then the World Series. A gentleman's sweep of the Seattle Mariners. It would have been a sweep had Evan Longoria not walked it off against Corey Rasmus. Oh well. Mike Nicholas picks up the extra inning save. Mike Minor pitches another gem of a game. So Brian Scott decided to depart from the club. We did not activate his player or his team option. But I mean, the rotation looks pretty stinking good. Minor, ace ascendant. Arrieta, solid contributor and ground baller. Noah Lowry. Last season's big acquisition. Pending free agent, we'll just let him walk. Mike Leake pitched 5 starts and still put up 0.7 wins above replacement. He's going to be so good to have on this club. And Franklin Morales, bit of a rough year, but still worked out in the end. The Bento Box bullpen got damaged early. Koji Uehara was out for almost all of last season. If he gets back to where he was in Boston, I have good hopes. I mean, we've also got decent other arms. John Corcoran still signed for another season after this one. Miles Michaelis. If only his stamina would develop. This is a starter profile. I just desperately want him to get there. He's in the dev lab right now. We're asking him to improve on his endurance. Him and Chase Anderson are my 2 lottery tickets for helping out the rotation. Cody Allen going to be working on his control, the fastball curveball combo. Ace in the making, I think, or relief ace. Sizemore, we got focusing on his strength and conditioning. Mike Leake is going to try and working on his secondary pitches. See if he can't crank out a little bit extra content there. I gotta turn up the volume there. Looks like we're still waiting on the raid in from the doc, Dr. Dynastic. But yeah, it's an off-season stream. I mean, the thing is, I like the team we built. Oh, and our team got sold, so we have a new owner. I mean, Barton, locked up long... I mean, most of the guys are locked up long-term. And we're still sitting only 20th in payroll. We haven't even cracked 20 bucks in the average ticket price. Next season, of course, Drew and Sizemore have their opt-outs. No, I would not be surprised if both of those guys pop them. I wouldn't mind losing Sizemore because we got Leonis Martin sitting in the wings. That's also Beltre's walk year. Russell Martin has a player option. The team's basically built to wrap up around 2013. So really the only thing we're looking for right now is a backup catcher. Ideally someone who can hit from the other platoon side, because lineup-wise, we got Espinoza and Mercer as our backup infielders. Morel can DH in a pinch. And our outfielders are Martin and Victorino. Good leadership core, as you can tell. But I'm always in the looks for improvements. I got my filter on. That's what cost me Hyunjin Ryu on Saturday. Ha ha ha, oops. I mean, getting an improvement at first base would be nice. Not a necessity. Nice. Oh man, Euclid got nerfed defensively. What happened? That is a very competent deal for Adam LaRoche. I mean, yes, he's a lefty platoon bat, but I'm curious. Who do the Mets want? Oh, they'll take just about anyone. I'd prefer not to trade. There he is. Dr. Dynastic with the raid over from the official channel, from his own channel. Welcome to the Flying Purple Baseball Beaters. Tesuiji here at the desk with the World Champion 2011 Colorado Rockies. I mean, Martin could be our backup third baseman, as we don't need to sign anyone else, but it still feels silly. I'm just taking a look, seeing if there's a room on the club for Adam LaRoche and the big bat. Oh, champs? Yeah, you missed last week, Doc. Yeah, we had the craziest NLDS Game 5 I've ever seen. We snuck out a 7-game win over the Marlins, and then the gentleman's sweep against the Mariners. This is the 4th championship in Colorado Rockies history. I mean, we could platoon LaRoche and Martin. Martin having additional position eligibility helps, including as backup catcher. Question is, who do we trade for him? Unless we try to move on Noah Lowry, get out from the remaining contract. No. I will be accepting TTC questions on stream. In fact, I am going to go check out the theme team crew later. You know, let's just start throwing some of our minor league arms. Does that move the needle any? No? Alright. Guess we don't have anything to talk about. I'm just taking a look here in winter meetings because I do find that the offers you can get during the winter meetings tend to be better. And LaRoche, maybe we sign him once he's done his current contract. Capital B, bit player. Take a look at the batting ratings. I mean, we are playing in Coors, so anyone with a decent power and avoid Ks gets my attention. Gabriel Martinez can play infield. Really get him just to play infield, though, and not at that price range. Yuck. Brad Vericker is interesting. Does not have the stats to back it up, though. Alright. So clearly, nothing's really moving the needle on the batter side. Pitching side, Kyle Yates looks like the Royals are trying to do a salary dump. It'd be fun to get Yates, but starting rotation is like the one area I feel we are actually really very strong in. Do we get Felix Hernandez and turn him into a closer? No. Fun as that would be incredibly fun. Okay, Mike Moat, though. Or do we bring back an old friend in R.A. Dickey? Ah, 99 El Vases. Thank you for the follow. Do we give up on Zinniker? No, Zinniker and was good. Nicholas was decent. Corey Rasmus came up and threw some missiles. Felix Pena's knocking on the door. I think we're going to give up on Nicholas. Let's start building a deal here. Get them to eat some cash. Clearly they see the additional control as a plus. Let's see who else we can get from their Tigers. Oh, right. The Tigers got Goldschmidt as their top prospect. That's going to be a problem soon. We got Cueto and a deal from the Rays. That's a fun move. Hey, it's our old friend James McDonald. Good to see he's still pitching in the majors. Nope, I think we're just going to do this deal. Nicholas for Dickey. Welcome home, R.A. R.A. Dickey, of course, got his start with us. He's always been a reliever, but he's always been a very good one. Like, you look at that 2000 where he put up 2.2 wins above replacement. Led the league in saves in 2006. But he only won the one championship with us in 1998. Join the rest of St. Louis on Michaelis. I mean, Michaelis, I'm hoping turns into a starter. That's the goal. Otherwise, he's like the craftiest crafty closer. Because, I mean, starter-wise, he won't go deep, but the ratings are off the charts already. I'd rather have him in the rotation than Frankie Mo here. But that's for me to convince my coach. My manager, John Pacella, is very particular about these sorts of things. I mean, we are sitting on a bundle of cash. If we added Yates, one, it'd be the second year in a row we get something. Craftiest. If we got Yates, like, who'd go down? Frankie Mo? He's got ARB years, or option years, but I'd rather not use them. Leak has earned his spot in the team. I just feel like we have too many guys who could be D'd FA. We only need a backup catcher because... Wait, what's Aroldis Chapman doing? Oh, that's player list. Whew. I thought, like, he's not a free agent yet. Strasburg with the juice. 6.2 wins above replacement. Yeah, the league is changing from under my feet. Oh, love the stash Ryan Anderson. This guy won like 6 straight Cy Youngs, by the way. Sorry, 6 in 7 years. Yeah, of course he 10-5s it. Alright, I already submitted my Hall of Fame ballot. Alright, Nathan Kopp. Do not like control. No, 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 no. See what the signings have come in. Chad Scarberry stays in Texas, just goes to the other team. 5 years, 15.6 per. Scott Nicholson from Texas to Oakland. Kurt Suzuki getting cash from Philly. Nicely done. Pujols getting some decent money to head to Houston for the first time in his career, I should point out. Man, that 2006 year with Toronto was weird. Berkman, 35 years old, heads to Cincinnati. Guillen heads to Texas. Oh, his range is finally dropping too. Yeah, so CG9 here was a big part of the early Flying Purple baseball beaters. Him and Ken Griffey Jr. were like the Twin Peaks of this franchise. Yeah. Brief history for those of you coming in from the official streams in Dr. Dynastic who haven't seen the Flying Purple baseball beaters before. The way this worked was the Rockies, I know, in real life have never even won a division title, let alone win the World Series. So I set out to fix that. As you can see, whoops, we were too good in the opening season, finishing at 500. Then we stunk, then we lucked out and got the second overall pick, and we got Carlos Guillen. And right around here, we signed Ken Griffey Jr. to a massive mega deal. The rest, they say, is a history. Stability at the catcher position with Mad Max Sudian, Shea Hillenbrand afterwards. First base has kind of been a bit of a gong show after Travis Lee left. Second has been Stephen Drew. We had Melvin Upton Jr. there, but we traded him to Kansas City. He put up a sterling season there. He wasn't signing that deal with us, let's put it that way. Third base, also a bit of a gong show. Drew was there for a while. We had Pedro Diaz. Now we got Beltre. Shortstop, you see Guillen there for so long. Then Tony Pena Jr. And now Marshall McDougall, he of Mr. 8 Golden Gloves. Picked him up for just like spare parts, and now he's put up 5 wins above replacement. Left field was Bernie Williams, the incredibly named Tag Bozide. And between Bernie and Mabin, Marcus Thames. He looks bad now. He still has the National League record for most home runs in a single season. That 2001 year was ridiculous. 535 career home runs, 86.7 wins above replacement in purple pinstripes. He will be getting his jersey retired when that happens. And yeah, we had Dante Bichette. Yeah, we had Larry Walker for like a season. No. Ken Griffey Jr. .909 career home runs. Only 3 teams. Seattle, Pittsburgh, where he was there for a season and a bit, and us. I'm curious to see if there's a spot for him. And of course, back in the 2006-2007, when we had that really good rotation of David Rolandini, Dan Foley, Roy Halladay, Mark Pryor, and William Juarez or Harold Eckert, that 5th spot was always up to interpretation. And then we sort of transformed it last year, and it's good again. Brian Scott that year in 2004 was ridiculous. Kirk Saarloos, cautionary tale to never, ever, ever, ever give pitchers a long-term deal. Because that happens. Because that happened. Yikes. So we had to trade him to Pittsburgh and have them eat. And eat a lot of salary on that deal. So in terms of the league history, 1992 was when things deviated. Instead of the Yankees being the team of the 90s, it was the Blue Jays. 3 straight pennants, another 2 championships, and then finishing out the decade beating us for their most recent ring in 2000. Carlos Delgado, first ballot Hall of Famer when he decides to hang up the cleats. Braves did win 3 pennants in a row and 4 out of 5, picking up 1 World Series win. We beat the Royals in our first appearance in 1998. The Phillies beat us in extra innings in Game 7 in 99's NLCS. Gotta do this again! We gotta do it again! Hello, AZ Axel. Welcome in, Raiders, to the Flying Purple Baseball Beaters. We're just taking a look at, for those of you who aren't familiar with this save, at the alternate history of this out of the park baseball 23 to 24 to 25. I started this in 23 save. A rematch of the first World Series ever, 1903 rematch, 2001. It took extras in Game 7 for the Boston Red Sox to win it on the road in PNC Park. The Tigers beat the Giants in 2002. Hey, wasn't that supposed to be the other way around? Dodgers get some revenge in 2003. The Rangers win their second World Series in 2004. Mets beat the Royals in a real world 2015 rematch. Then we win 3 straight pennants, but the White Sox swept us. White Sox have won 2 of 3. How very much unlike the real world. And the Fish picked up their first World Series win in 2009. So the Yankees are stuck on 22. Cubs haven't reset their curse yet. So that's the end of winter meetings. Really, like, in part because I want to save some money for trade, possibly getting someone. And in part because I really do like where our team is. Where did Byron Embry end up? Speaking of the Blue Jays, hey! They finally rebranded. They're not the Black Swoosh Jays anymore. Embry is like a reliable guy to pick up at the deadline. Because in 2008, we picked him up. He put up 0.7 wins above replacement. 2011, he was having a rough year. Comes to us, 19 saves, 1.39 ERA. In Coors. Like, that's a goofy thing. Like, we are a defensively sound team. in Coors. Maybe that's how you win in Coors? I don't know. Oh, I'm liking this. If Sizemore can improve and get out of the fragile zone, yes. I mean, I will probably eventually renegotiate with Drew and Sizemore. Drew's been just like a tank. Sizemore is the better bat, though. Let's get to the Rule 5 draft and see what's going on. All right, Jamie D'Antona. Rough couple seasons with LA. Let's see, do we have anyone we care about? Like, this is how we get our bullpen arms. We had Nicholas join through Rule 5. We had Zinneker join through Rule 5. But the bullpen feels like it's really good. Alrighty then. Max Scherzer closer. I gotta think about that. Batters wise, anyone interesting? Any catchers? Fedorkovitz and Tyler Flowers. Federovitz, sorry. How does he compare to D'Antona? No, D'Antona's better. Okay, so what we're going to do is, just to avoid any migraines, I am going to call Jamie D'Antona up, put him on the Rule 5. He becomes our backup catcher. I don't think we really need anyone. Oh, so the guy we signed to a minor league deal, Doug Fister, just got yoinked away. Thanks, guys. Obrigado. There we go. This is the guy I was remembering last week. I nicknamed this guy Bazooka Joe because Joe Mazzucca is the perfect New Yorker name. Pinched fingers emojis. I mean, Angel Barrios. I have big concerns about the walk. Red Styles, no. Happy Hands, Jerry Sands? Nah. Oh, did Scherzer get taken? Yep. Hey, to the Tigers! How appropriate. Sonnenstein's an interesting choice. None of the Center field specifically. Yeah, let's put in an offer on, or a minor league invite to Alex Romero. There we go. And Kelly Johnson. No such thing as a bad minor league deal. Let's get to the Hall of Fame results. Oh, where did Brian Scott end up? The Reds. Decent contract, too. Good for him. See what I mean about how we have a precarious Perch? Jason Slanina getting some big money. Todd Helton getting some big money from Oakland. Or to stay in Oakland, I should say. Nick Devaney, $16 million for a closer? I mean, he's good. I don't think he's that good. At this point, I think we're just going to let it ride. Hope that we get good results coming in. All right. Ken Griffey Jr. Little DH in the minors. Brandon McCarthy. No. Will Myers. Okay, number 58 prospect. For Cameron Rupp. What am I missing here? We are getting a better catcher. And a pitcher who we can just DFA if worst comes to worst. Yeah, we're taking this deal. Just randomly getting a top 60 prospect. You know how it is. It looks like McCarthy's going to shove Franklin Morales into the bullpen, which I don't mind. We also have options on Morales if we truly need to. I wonder if you can tell what I focus on in terms of priorities when pitching at Coors. Kennard for Peralta and Clegg. And yes, having a new computer that actually runs the sim fast is quite nice. Putting this on a solid state drive was maybe the best idea I've had all year. The Hall of Fame results are in. Nobody elected. You kept Molitor out, you fools. Olerud deserves to get in. Larry Walker and John Smoltz both getting up there. Joaquim Soria heads to the Royals. Jonathan Rowenhorst to the Twins. Rowenhorst is a former Rocky, that's why I point him out. Scott Kazmir to the Red Sox. Wow. Was not aware he was on the market. I mean, having a team captain definitely is beneficial. We've got Efren Espinoza for now. So far, Tigers leading the way, courtesy of adding Bobby Crosby and David Murphy. Where are we? About halfway through, yeah. Alright, quick check to see if 2012 had any games take place. Yep, there are 2 games in the Tokyo Dome again in 2012. So I'm going to go in. I'll be able to show you how to get that set up in your Out of the Park game. Delino DeShields and Jeff Shields for Craig Green. No, that's a dumb thing. Don't make me do a dumb thing. Let's see how fast this one goes. In the meantime, let's do a quick chat about Perfect Team. Kudos to Dr. Dynastic for the shout out of the theme teams. I run 5 at the moment. In addition to my PAX only club, the Shizuoka Arrows, I run Carlos Delgado teammates, World Baseball Championship participants, players 35 or older on the card, 4 letters or less in the last name, and of course, the Bob Cajun Bobs, from which the Mob Your Bob giveaway comes from. We just had that on Saturday. Boiler Nemo picked up 5 packs. All right. We're going to flip into Perfect Team in just a moment. I do want to quickly see if we got any new uniforms coming in. Braves look like they got their modern. Red Sox. This is a custom Cleveland Guardians faux back set that I put together. You can download them from the Out of the Park forums at the link EC. And they finally have a brand new logo too for the season. Yes, I went through and manually updated everything to say properly Cleveland or Guardians. Astros are still rocking the brick dust, at least for another season or 2. Marlins busting out the modern look. Let's delete this alt uniform. Yeah, the move from Florida to Miami seemed like it bunged things up just a little bit. Padres haven't brought Brown back yet. Blue Jays finally looking like themselves. Yes, thank you. My beautiful blue boys are back. This is how this team is supposed to look. All right, enough dawdling. I think I've shown this on stream before, but if you haven't in a while, there is a way to set up a third-party neutral site game in your Major League Baseball or other saves. To start with, go to League Settings, Edit Ballparks. You'll then be able to add a new park, which then does not get assigned to any particular club. It becomes a neutral team. As long as you don't edit the ballpark and then assign it in the from your team settings, it'll just sit there as a neutral ballpark. You'll see them in No League here on the left. You'll see there's a whole lot of teams that have already moved into different ballparks, and as a result, the old ballparks have been moved to No League. So like Old Yankee Stadium or RFK, which actually that looks like Olympic Stadium, but shush. I also have 3 in here that I'm going to be reusing. Estadio de Baseball Monterrey, which does not seem to want to load. Estadio Hiram Bythorn, ditto. And Tokyo Dome. So note that ballpark ID, 236. That's what you need to look for. Go back to your league settings, and then go to Edit League Schedule. You'll see here, every game has a park ID that you can then modify. Leaving it 0 will be the default home or away, or I put in 236, and now this game at 3:10 a.m. local time is taking place in Tokyo Dome like it's supposed to. Actually, are the Marlins at their new ballpark finally? Yes. Home run sculpture and everything. Oh, it's glorious. Thank you, Silva M. Alright, we're going to do a tiny little pack rip on the mainline club. And then I'll take you on a tour of the theme teams before we continue going through the flying purple baseball beaters. Shout out to EVC and NYC who runs the theme team crew. Administrator, overlord, whatever you want to think of him as. There are other affiliates on the go, by the way. One of whom actually just messaged me silently during this session. He's working on a stream for Friday, and he needs your input. So if you could respond... If you could take a look at this link and put in your responses before Friday, he would greatly appreciate it. And so would I. Arrows are hanging tough in bronze. I finally decided to move James Paxton out of the bullpen and into my rotation. And he has rewarded me. I think I'm done with the whole ground and pound in the rotation. I want guys who can strike out too. Or get strikeouts. You'll also notice some new faces in the lineup. Ichiro, we packed recently. Finally got my defensive outfielder. Finally a good Ichiro too. Aaron Judge taking over from Mel Ott in right field. Giving him a try there. And Biz Mackey behind the plate against right-handed pitching. Pitching continues to be studly. So let's rip some packs and see if we can get something exciting. That is a rough start. Okay. Duplicates across the way. Alright, a gold card. Jesus Luzardo. Larry Jansen is new to the club. Missionless. Diamond inbound. This one is a new one. Kevin Alcantara. Oh, I think Ichiro just got his spot jacked. Very tasty looking card. I wonder what my first 101 is going to be. That's what I'm curious. Alright, so batting-wise, yeah. Defensively, only a little bit back of Ichiro. Maybe we put Alcantara in over Veda Pinzon as the backup outfielder. Yeah, that's the move. All right, Veda down. Alcantara in. Oh yeah, Sonny Siebert's also a relatively new acquisition. So who's my first 101 going to be? Now, of course, we got 102s. of all things. All right, new card, Jackson Rutledge. New card, Josh Scrabble. He's just Josh. Bunch of dupes there. One new guy in Ellis Burton. Wayne Causey. Art Neff is new. Interesting profile there. Gates Brown also new. Maybatter Babies. Okay. I'm not the type to hang on to packs, especially running a packs-only team as this. Shout out Laptop Hound and his packs-only crew, of which my team is a part of. Another diamond inbound. This one is... Ooh, Bo Bichette. I don't think he plays on the team, but he does finish off a mission. All-star of the family, and we finally got Swap Him Out finished. 3 gold packs coming in. So we got some historical goodies coming our way. The third raid in, my goodness. Is no one else streaming right now? You gotta come here? Thank you, Nersha. Much appreciated. We're just doing a tiny little pack rip before we go check out some of the other theme teams I'm running. Theme teams on the brain, courtesy of Dr. Dynastic. Alright, double gold in this pack. Jack Flaherty. Jonathan India. Bailey Horn is new. 2 historical silver packs coming up. Johnny Antonelli finishing off All-Star Game Archer 1. Very nice. Also looks like a really solid silver card. It's been so long since I've played tournaments, I don't even know who's good anymore. Speaking of Ichiro. Del Unser, the only net new card there. So hey, 2 more gold packs. And then we'll go check out some of the other theme teams. Ed Carger is new, as is Mike Lowell. Stan Spence seems like an interesting option. Vic Willis, another historical gold. All right. So we got 1 new addition to the team. I have to remember which theme teams are with which, because we have a bunch that are all together in the same bronze league. Starting off with King Carlos Court, Carlos Delgado, and teammates. Oh, we are getting reamed in iron. Whew! Yeah, this is a stone club for sure. And that is close to a golfer pack. Woof. I mean, there are options to improve. Could go out and get a Sean Green and Alex Rios. Of them, I think Sean Green probably makes the most sense. Then we could finally retire Cliff Floyd. Yeah, let's do that right now, actually, while we're on stream. I mean, Ruben Sierra has been nothing if not an absolute lightning bolt in right field. Yes, that is the PTCS Devon White. I had to get him. Otherwise, who else am I putting at center field? David Segui. Let's keep him in. Actually, no, let's turn off the force start. Yeah, let's let Ruben Sierra DH both ways now that we got Sean Green. Eager to see how he does. You'll notice, based on the roster, ooh, very nice stamina or chemistry. You'll notice we're kind of missing someone in the roster. I wonder who we're missing. I hope we're getting a good Carlos Delgado soon. Let's flip over to the next club. The next club is the International Caps. This is all players who have participated in the World Baseball Classic, some of whom you may actually be surprised by. And these guys have been hanging out in bronze for a while. I mean, yes, it also means it's technically a modern era or later, 2006. So let's see. We got Chu Shin-soo from Korea, Carlos Guillen from, I think that's Venezuela, Gene Segura from Dominican Republic, Chase Utley from the USA. Moises Alou actually played in the World Baseball Classic, I think in 2006 or 2009. Matt Stairs, good Canadian kid there, eh? Andrew Jones representing the Netherlands. Harry Ford representing Great Britain. Mike Trout, USA. Pitching rotation, we got Darvish, Rourke, Javier, Ryu, and Kim. Speaking of bento box bullpens, we got Otsuka, along with Quo and O. The Australian Liam Hendricks. Fernando Rodney, also from the Dominican Republic. So we're hanging in there. We got 44,000 points to spend. I'm just not sure on what. I mean, there's Cishek, there's Cespedes, there's the future legend Imanaga. If I wanted to get a DH, I could get Schwarber, and then that'd replace Matt Stairs. I got options. I don't know what to spend on next. I mean, you look at the team and it's doing okay. Maybe Trout needs to go bye-bye finally. Which would lead me to an outfielder, which would lead me to a Schwarber, probably not. Or a Cespedes. Would love to get the big Beltron card. I gotta think about it, basically. Alou continues to rake, though. Even in bronze, he's doing well. As usual, I'm unable to type my own password. There we go. So there is one card that just got announced over the last couple of days that is near and dear to my heart. Yes, we're taking a look at the Bob Cajun Bobs. And yes, we are hoping and praying that there's a certain card that shows up. We're just going to sell this Joey Ortiz. Joey isn't named Bob. Bobby Adams is, but we already have him. It's the 101 Bob Carruthers. Look. How do I get my mitts on this man? Oh, he's a mission reward. Okay. What's the mission? Carruthers unlock. TB1 complete. No. Oh no! Yeah, we're not gonna be not gonna be able to finish that one. So we're just gonna have to save up and buy Bob Carruthers, because otherwise there's no way this team is getting out of stone. At least we finally got Bob Boone after gosh knows how long. Other teams that I've got in this league, there's one, the Keeping It Briefs. Players with 4 letters in their last name or less, so there's a lot of crossover with all the Korean guys. Ryu, Kim, Oh, Kwo, Kim. We got Mel Ott there. Kobe Mayo was a recent acquisition. We just got the Georgia Peach Ty Cobb. He's raking. And we're also sitting on 37,000. Oh, right, I didn't sign into the other team yet. So, don't have money to spend. Ha ha ha. As we just hit 8 o'clock, that's more sign-in bonuses coming in. So no, I won't be able to pack Bob Carruthers, which bugs me a little bit. And the last team to look at is the Altacockers. That is Yiddish for old farts. Players 35 or older on the card. Looks like it's in a different TTC league from everyone else. Too many TTC teams. Let's see, what did I recently update here? All right, we got Ted Lyons. Big ground and pound guy. I mean, Oscar Charleston is an interesting get. I'd have to play him at first, which means dislodging Ken Griffey. It's hard to get decent fielders up the middle when that's your age bracket. I mean, Sol White is hanging on for dear life at this point. John Means, hey, he's with my Korean club. That's right, look for the Saturday Sorin with the Korean Series champion Hanwha Eagles this Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Let's go hop back into the Flying Purple Baseball Beaters and see if we can't finish up the off-season before the end of this stream. Alright, Bergamy is an interesting get. I don't know where he plays, though. Does he go over Martin? Over Beltray? Oh, Casey McGee actually inked a pretty healthy contract. I was looking at him. I decided with Dantona instead. Oh yeah, sure. Washington paying a guy who has a torn elbow ligament $8 million. Yeah, this makes sense. I mean, there are some decent options out there in the pitching staff. Blackley in particular might be worth inking to a multi-year deal. Or at least a minor league option. No such thing as a bad minor league contract. If it's an arms race, I need my arms. All right, let's see. Chase Anderson, velo up. Okay. Chasing Shreve, stamina down. Uh-oh. Cody Allen, movement down. That's less than ideal. Grichuk, contact down. Kyle Crick, control up. Suero's current control went backwards. Oops. Let's get to spring training. Dr. Kayaspo goes back to Oakland for way too much money. Alright, Travis Blackley will be getting a invite to spring training. As will Chase Anderson, Luis Garcia, Alex Romero. Justin Nicolino's working his way up. Yeah, I think that'll about do it. Alright, manager likes Blackley in the rotation. Guess that punts on Mike Leake being a contributor this season. Not sure I like that idea. But I do like having a rotation of almost all lefties. That seems fun to me. Well, let's see how it works. See how the dev lab's looking. All right, 1 to 2 weeks. Let's go to our first break day. Okay, it's just spring training. Tisweegi, don't have to fret over it. All right, Mike Leake with a boost to his sinker stuff. Nice. Looks like that actually helps his home run against, too. Mike Minor, nothing. Chase Anderson, nothing. Michaelis, nothing. Cody Allen, nothing. All right. Guess it was too much to ask. Arrieta out with elbow inflammation. Looks like Leake might make the team after all. Minor stamina down. That's not good. Michaelis stuff up. Okay. Leak stuff down, stamina down. That's kind of the opposite of what I was expecting. And the range drops start to begin for Marshall McDougall. I'll still take 75. It's better than anything else we got. I dislike that everyone's going backwards. I mean, D'Antona's done pretty well for himself. Preseason predictions. I'm curious. Weird how this is still kind of slow on the new PC. Projected to win 103 games. Okay. They're calling Bryce for 46 home runs and Sizemore for 32. And Minor and Lowry both to be dominant starters. You know, there was an opportunity to go get Jordan Norberto from the Braves because he was kind of a jerk. I think that window has passed. All right. Taking a look here. Let's see. Who's got option years is the question. At least Takahashi's figured it out. Tateyama is going to go down. Going to give Dickey some more time to straighten it out. Pelfrey, I want to send down. Oh. Out of option years. Okay, that's less than ideal. So then it'll be... We'll waive a DFA Ubaldo. Dasney. Bush still has room to grow. And Nick Vincent, we are just going to send down as well. All right, Bush is out of option years. Okay, whatever. Wave and DFA. That's going to be fun to try and figure out. Morel continues to underwhelm. Yeah, I think Griffey's washed. It was good to see him back, but we're just going to release him. See if he can hang on somewhere else. Open contest between Romero and Victorino. Let's send Crowell down. All right, who's going to be in the draft pool for this year? Mercer out for 6 weeks, so Morel will stick with the big club. Ooh. Very interesting looking set of players. Yasiel Puig. Up there among the best. Yoenis Cespedes, newly defected, enters through the draft. They're calling for us to get Franmil Reyes. I would not say no to that. Seager also seems like an interesting option. Chris Taylor, defensively strong. All right, let's see the pitchers. Edwin Diaz as a starter. Oh, yes, please. Tyler Glassjaw. Severino. Ooh. Oh, if he falls to us, we gotta jump all over you, Darvish. Bento box bullpen? Puh, how about a bento box rotation? Yeah, I always get goo-goo eyes over the starting pitchers, with good reason. Yeah, we're called to get Franmil. And we don't have any compensation picks. Also won't say no to Johan Camargo. Nikki G, thank you for the follow. Or Senzatella. Hey, an actual Rocky. He profiles as exactly the kind of guy I'd go for. Alright, let's get to the next cuts day. Alright, Matt Bush and Ubaldo Jimenez successfully DFA. Down they go. How's Beltray learning first base? Okay, he's pretty much learned up. Alright, if Dantona can't get healthy again, we should probably look for another catcher. Who was it? Bard? Pagnazi or Clement? Ah, it was Clement. Okay, so let's offer him a minor league deal. He can backfill in. I mean, Dantona's still playing. Michaelis is closer, eh? Alright. Leak. Let's send him down. I thought he was going to be ready. I was wrong. Travis Blackley has earned my trust. And we got Pelfrey in the rotation options as well. Brendan McCarthy. Yeah, why not? Still got to cut 3 guys, though. Matos is out of option years. Zinneker has a full 3. Alright. Outfielders. Garcia's cooled off. Romero's cooled off. I mean, ultimately, we are going to keep them available and nearby. Oh, Mark Reynolds is hurt again? Oh, trouble for Cincinnati. All right, Arrieta, rehab stint. Let's get him stretched out. Yep, Blackley's going to make the team. Let's send Michaelis down. Uehara closes with Takahashi and Corcoran. Keep Pelfrey. Corey Rasmus is the last man down. That's a good-looking team right there. And we are once again going to force Michaelis to be a starter. Because, darn it, he can be a starter. I think what we'll do, though, is we will also give him an 18 batter face limit. Just to keep his arm from going kerplooey. Yeah, lineup looks good. Question is, does Sizemore move to left field? I think he does go there. And Bryce is going to move to right field. That way Leonis Martin can be defensive sub for Bryce. And we've got the better fielder in the more high-value position. At least I think he's higher. That's a higher value spot. He definitely gets rated better. Ooh, excelling on strength and conditioning. Fingers crossed that sticks. All right. So the question is, Clement or Dantona? It's still Dantona, but Clement at least is at the ready. I'm liking the idea of Marshall McDougall being a force to be reckoned with the bat. Also, whoops, I gave up a lot in Melvin Upton Jr. going to the Royals. Oh, reach the playoffs? Oh, of course. Top minor leagues, 23rd. Will Myers now our top prospect that we acquired in trade from the Dodgers. Future top catcher. Oh, no. Right, I forgot. Bryce Harper's in San Francisco, and he's going to be a problem for us. Is Trout finally breaking camp with the big club yet? No? Okay. Mookie Betts, drafted by the Dodgers. Royals are going to be a problem. Jays got Harvey. Kyle Seager, who's starting the season with the big club. Jackie Bradley Jr. Pinched fingers emojis. And Narvaez. First round supplemental pick. Good choice by the Bluebirds. I mean, we still got Skaggs. Leonis Martin's considered a top prospect, even though he's already won a ring. So yesterday's game, the Mariners won on the road. Harold Eckert versus Paul Bacot, the American League pennant winner at the Tokyo Dome. Oh, when they said overview, they meant overview. Okay. Let's see how things get interesting. Oakland ahead, 1-0. Mark Shorey deep to left field. That's going to get caught by Gallagher. Here's Iannetta. Up the middle, base hit. That should score another run. McCutcheon's throw home is up the line. 2-0 Oakland. Sandoval with a triple.
Strike 3.
Let's skip to the 9th. Oakland going to take this one, it looks like. Winning both parts of this season opening series here in Tokyo. That is a very long flight home. Fly ball to center. That'll do it. Ryan Zimmerman goes 3 for 4, but can't come up with the win. Okay, so they split the series. Mariners were the road team both times. Ah, okay. Our next game's on the road, so we might as well play that one out. The Rangers have extended their ace of aces, Ervin Santana. Scott Schebler with a gap increase. Felix Pena starting to develop. Okay. Koji Uehara, movement down, velo down. Oh dear. Well, it is a good thing we're not relying on him to be closer anymore. Oh, wait. One righty in the rotation, and it's Brandon McCarthy, who we picked up in trade. Hey, Dantona's healthy again. Wow. Outstanding from Grady Sizemore in strength and conditioning. Potential power up. And moves from fragile to normal. Yes! We saved him! The Dev Lab works wonders! Save the game, save the game. All right, game one underway. Let's get started here. Minute Maid Park. Mike Minor leading the Colorado Rockies, the reigning world champions, onto the field against Zach Bird and the Houston Astros. Albert Pujols, the new first baseman. Jason Borges, a familiar face for the Rockies. This is his first season in Houston. Guess the lid's open here in Houston.
Strike 3.
Sizemore strikes out to the backstop. McGee throws it down to Pujols for the first out. Beltre, fly ball to center. Caught by Parra. Oh, they still got the hill out in center field. Bryce high and deep to right field, and on the warning track it's caught. Dang. Trying to will that one into existence. Mike Minor, last season's Rookie of the Year. Here's Parra. Fly ball to center. Mabin tracking it. 2 down. 3 pitches. 2 outs. Willie Ibar. 0-2 on the way from Minor. Chop back to the pitcher. Easy play there for Mike. Stephen Drew down swinging. Second K of the game for Bird. Martin chopped into left field. That'll fall for the game's first hit. Russell Martin picked up a couple postseason plaudits last season. McGee. Decent-ish arm. Russell Martin running. Throws a loopy one. He's safe. Barton now 2-0. That's a wild pitch. It's going to clank away. First run of the game now 90 feet away. Barton can't bunt to save his life, though. He'll work the walk. Mabin. Line to right field, base hit. Martin will score easily. Mabin with a standing double. Barton will stand at third. Here's McDougal now. Up the middle, base hit. Cameron Mabin rounding third. He'll try to score on Gerardo Parra. He's in there safely. Minor will try to get the bunt down. Good bunt. No universal DH yet. A wild pitch. That's going to score another run. 4-0 here. Bird coming loose at the seams, but gets strike 3 against Sizemore. Pujols leading off the bottom of the second. Into the shift. McDougal throws out to Beltre. Ethier now. First pitch swing lined right to McDougal. Easy play there. Here's the catcher, McGee. Swing and a miss. First K of the game for Minor. Beltre up to Tall's Hill. Oh my! That is very deep! 454 feet for the first home run for Beltre. Bryce strikes out again. Drew's going to punch this to left. That looks like it'll hang up long enough. Kemp makes the grab. Russell Martin down to third. Ibar ends the top of the third. Rockies added another one here. First hit of the game for the Astros will be a leadoff single from Kemp. Borges pops us up into foul territory. Beltre gives it a look. One away.
Strike 3.
Ibar, fly ball to center. Mabin gives chase. I think we're going to until Rispit. Barton standing at second. Okay. Mike Minor, fly ball to center. That's going to hang up long enough for Parra. Sizemore leadoff double. Beltre, deep to left center. Sizemore holds up, one away. Bryce, the Thunder from down under. Quiet game for him. I just noticed they got both the I-bars. Eric and Willie. What? Houston! Is this like some Sedin twins nonsense? What are you doing? Ooh, just outside of the reach of the second baseman. Patrick Corbin into the game to deal with Russell Martin. 6-0 Rockies. It'll be grounded to Willie Ibar. Sorry, that Eric at second, Willie at third. Sizemore with his first home run of the season. Juan Carlos Oviedo getting into trouble here. Could be 2. Won't be 2. Drew beats it out. Three-1 the count. Bashed up the third base line. That'll be a double play. Ah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 7th inning stretch time. We invite you to join in singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Old man Richard Hidalgo. Off the bench. And you want to talk about contracts that have not aged well. That's into the shift. That'll end the shutout bid for Minor. Could be 2 runs. That is late. Brandon Belt? Oh, hey, he's on Houston too. What is he doing coming off the bench? So they had Scanlon, Belt, Hidalgo. Just pinch it, pinch it, pinch it. Two-two to Kemp. Line to the right center gap. It looks like Minor might be dealing with a little bit of third time through the lineup. It is a triple. Action in the Rockies bullpen. John Corcoran getting loose. 1-0 to Borges. Fly ball to right. Bryce is there. Top of the 8th now. Rockies now only leading by 4. Knocked deep to center. Not deep enough. Mabin is there. Or Para. McDougal swings and misses. And here's Mike Minor out for an 8th inning of work. Line to left. Sizemore. Good grab. Ibar. 1-1. On the ground, Beltre flips it to Minor himself. 2 down. Here's Para. Ball 4. First walk issued by Mike Minor. R.A. Dickey getting loose in the bullpen. Scanlon took over at third base. Hit hard. Beltre. Oh my good. Or sorry, Martin. What a play. Ranging to his right. Gets the out at second. 8 innings of work. Mike Minor's day is done. 100 pitches. Leonis Martin into the game. They got Hidalgo at first. Yeah, that's interesting. Brad Bergeson out of the Astros bullpen. Martin pops this up. Oof. Let's take a look at that on the Superstats replay. 87-degree launch angle. That's basically straight up and down. Beltre now, 2-1. Line to center field. Para has it. Leonis Martin will enter the game, or will remain in the game as the right fielder. R.A. Dickey out of the bullpen, wearing his old number 48. Facing Belt, Hidalgo, McGee. Oh, dance, Knuckler, dance, baby. So good to have him back. And not a tidy little 1-2-3 inning. Respect Martin's arm. Don't run. Just focus on the guy at the plate. Not like that. Down in front. Takahashi getting loose. Come on, Dickey. There we go. Rockies pick up the win 7-3 to start the 2012 season right where we left off. Mike Minor, my dude. He's so good at this. Game 2 is a 6-3 win. Late comeback. Victorino picking up an RBI triple, or a single. Drew with a triple. Derek Barton with a double day. The final game of the series goes 14 innings because Franklin Morales got left into a full 9 innings. He only threw 85 pitches. I mean, you can't fault the guy. Was he like working on a no-hitter or something? Oh, he was 1 out away from a shutout. All right, Mercer's healthy again, so rehab stint to the minors. Why is Arrieta not with the big league club? Did we accidentally, like, option him down or something? Yes, we did. Whoops. I mean, why not? Brandon McCarthy, of all players, will get the start in our first game next week, Wednesday. You'll see me next on Saturday with the Saturday Soren. Let's see, who are we going to raid into? PB Sim or Seawit? PBE Sim, of course, is in their 49th season. Wow. And they'll probably raid into Seawit once that's done. So we're going to do that. You'll see me next on Saturday. Next Wednesday, home opener. Oh, of course Bumgarner's on the Giants. Of course. The Giants and Bryce Harper come to Coors Field to take on the Colorado Rockies. John Corcoran has 2 wins on the season so far. Ha! Time is precious, folks. And I'm grateful that you've chosen to spend some of yours with me tonight. The raid phrase is Rocky Raid. Say hi to the PBE folks for me, and I will catch you on Saturday. Firage, take us out.